So I'm going to start the cookies with half a pound of room temperature butter. It's really great when it's room temperature. I just think it's an important part of baking. I actually leave it out overnight, and then you know it's really room temperature. And then a cup of white sugar, a cup of brown sugar, and then I'm going to add 2 eggs. Sort of one at a time so they incorporate. Okay, the next thing is vanilla. 2 teaspoons of good vanilla. And 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder. This is the unsweetened cocoa powder. It's not like the cocoa that you make hot cocoa from. That has sugar added to it and sometimes flavorings. Oh, nice. Cocoa everywhere. So 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and that's what gives it its really good chocolatey flavor. Mix that around. The next thing is flour and the leavening. So I have 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. Just really make sure that there aren't any little hard particles in the flour or the baking powder. Perfect. And then this goes into the cookies. Put it on low speed. This is the point where you don't want to over-mix the flour because then it'll develop the gluten and make it taste more like bread than cookies. We want them really, really delicate and tender. And that's the dough. So I'm just going to take all the batter off the beater, make sure we make it into cookies. This looks great. Okay, and then I'm just going to put the white chocolate in. This is all the white chocolate that I cut up. And I just cut it off this block, and sort of nice big chunks. And I'm going to pour in 2 cups of white chocolate into this. This makes a huge batter. But you can actually make this really early, and you can save it in the refrigerator or even freeze it for later. So it's a great recipe. And now just to scoop them. This is a little bit of a decadent dessert, but you know how girls are when boys aren't around. So I use an ice cream scoop for this, and it makes exactly the right size each time. Just 1 level ice cream scoop. It's a small one. And these guys are going to spread out too. I'm going to make 8 cookies, 2 for each of the ice cream sandwiches. So just with a little bit of water, I wet my hand just a smidge, and just press it down ever so slightly. And you'll see they'll all spread out, so they're really sort of soft and chewy on the inside and crisp on the outside. Okay, into the oven, 350 degrees for exactly 15 minutes. They're going to be so good with the ice cream. "15 minutes and a tuna salad later, they were ready. They smell like they're done. Oh, they're great.